Mr. Behnam, just yesterday, CFTC sued crypto exchange Binance and its founder on allegations that the company knowingly offered unregistered crypto derivatives in the U.S. against U.S. federal law. Binance, as we know, is a Chinese company. They also were found to have shared sensitive client data with the Russian government back in 2021. I doubt you can elaborate much on that case since it's ongoing. If you could, I'd love to hear that. But also, just broader than that, can you discuss how the CCP is attempting to skew our derivatives markets, and then what is CFTC doing to try to thwart those efforts?
Thank you, Congressman. On the case, you're right. I can't speak too much about it, but enough to share with you. This was an incredibly important case that we brought, both sending a signal here in the U.S. but overseas that if you are going to offer derivatives to U.S. investors, you must register with the CFTC. And in this case, Binance, the largest derivatives exchange in the world, we have documentation of a willful desire to avoid CFTC law and our rules around compliance with the regulations, and specifically penetrating the U.S. market through creating a virtual private network or a VPN. So as we see this ongoing violation of the Commodity Exchange Act, we thought it was imperative to move as quickly as possible to not only assess a civil monetary penalty, disgorgement of revenue, potentially a trading ban, but also a permanent injunction on that activity. In terms of what we're seeing with China, it is an area that obviously is a huge trading partner for our American farmers and ranchers, but one that I would say is developing a futures market and a derivatives market. So I would certainly look forward to working with you on thinking about what that might mean in the years and decades to come. I think it's important that we have the strongest, most robust, most desirable derivatives markets here in the U.S., in Chicago, New York, and in Atlanta. And I think with that, it becomes important for all of us collectively to think about what we need to do to maintain that status, because that has downward effects on the dollar as a reserve currency and being able to price commodities in the dollar. And we've seen since COVID transactions in major commodities and other currencies, and I think this could have a potential impact on the U.S. economy, down the road, years and in decades to come. So I think this is the right time to be thinking about questions like the one you just asked to ensure we remain and preserve our dominance from a U.S. financial perspective.